Nuclear option encounters. Chicane urban strike. This combat scenario covers tactical decision-making when using the Chicane helicopter at low altitudes in an urban environment. The Chicane is commonly revered for its ground attack capabilities, and rightfully so. This helicopter platform is durable, maneuverable, and well protected against attack. These strengths are, however, predicated on distance and reaction time. One common mistake a pilot can make is overconfidence in their abilities. The Chicane relies heavily on subtlety and stealth to approach and destroy a target. Without this advantage, it becomes brittle and relatively easy to kill. As we approach the urban sprawl, the mini-map indicates a number of targets clustered around the river bridge. We don't yet know if this information is up to date, but we have an idea where the targets are located within this sprawl. There is a single friendly compass at our 2 o'clock, and 2 other Chicanes are maneuvering behind us at the 7 o'clock position. Our camera system is tracking without line of sight, so we know that target data for this hostile is being fed to us over data link. The Chicane lacks a radar system, so we can't update target information without line of sight. This means we can only direct effective fire at the LCV while another ally sees it. At 5 kilometers, we are well within engagement range of the linchpin rocket. Normally, I choose to engage AA units at max range around 6 kilometers with a 5-rocket salvo. This is where urban sprawl becomes a problem. We have to navigate around the buildings currently blocking our shot. This turns an easy kill into a complex maneuvering puzzle. It robs time and increases exposure to counterattack. We could climb for a better solution, but doing so renders us vulnerable to counterattack from Shard Corvette Ram 45 missiles and other AA units within the city. These threats require us to remain at low rooftop level. Target lock on the LCV is dropped due to the extensive maneuvering required to engage. The Chicane has ample countermeasures to evade IR missiles at this distance, and the buildings are a mutual obstruction. The LCV-25s can't engage via data link. They must have line of sight to fire. The large map shows a better, though clustered view of the combat area. Target selection is focused on a small convoy of 3 tanks and a recon truck. This is where I make my first mistake. Even with open terrain, we are approaching the minimum range of the linchpin rockets. While not shown on the interface, the limited guidance of a linchpin rocket makes it less effective when fired too close to a target. Below 2 kilometers, rockets will struggle to track and stabilize on a target, decreasing their accuracy. The urban environment again prevents line-of-sight engagement. We are too close to lob a linchpin without knowing how the tank is oriented, and whether it's close enough to a structure to block the shot. AG-M48s offer increased maneuvering at lower speed, but the Spearhead's pulse laser defense system can destroy single missiles at this distance, so we would need to engage with multiple missiles, again, without knowing the target's orientation. Lacking better intelligence, I elect to close in and engage with guns. Live target tracking information is lost, but I can infer the convoy's current location and maneuver accordingly. The Allied helo at my 1 o'clock could provide this information while I circle around, given enough time. The tank convoy is now traveling parallel to my course in the opposite direction, navigating via surface streets and on the other side of this building complex. The Spearhead is a tough target to kill, but can be destroyed using the Chicane's 30mm cannon from behind, targeting the engine compartment. Our Allied helo engages the same convoy at a higher altitude. This provides a distraction that I believe can be exploited. Live target data is reacquired, allowing me to start maneuvering on the convoy more precisely. Target lock is dropped on the tanks and acquired on the recon truck. Gun engagements work best with single target focus. My current course will bring the recon truck into view first, and it's the easiest kill. At this range, all 4 vehicles can engage with machine gun turrets, and can inflict severe damage. The LCV AA unit from earlier reacquires line of sight on me and fires. The timing is especially bad because my attack run is almost set. The road at my 12 o'clock will provide a bowling alley shot that will allow me to kill the recon truck without being exposed to dangerous return fire. I dump flare and hold course. First target is destroyed. I can see cannon fire streaming in from allied units and take the initiative. The rearmost tank acquires line of sight, and its machine gun turret begins to track, but has not yet fired. At my current airspeed, the spearhead cannot engage with our main cannon. I break off the attack. Current angle of fire does not present the spearhead's weak points. I must reposition to get a better angle. Proximity to hostile AA prevents climbing, extending maneuvering times. Critical mistake. In order to attack the spearhead sooner, I opt for an aggressive braking turn on the tank's 6 o'clock position. Intention is to fire as soon as the cannon acquires a solution, but this is now a race against the clock, where the minute hand is a hostile tank's main cannon. In this situation, the correct maneuver would have been to continue away from the engagement and then circle around for a cleaner line. This likely would have required killing the LCV from earlier, but would have increased chances for survival overall. All 3 tanks track and engage with machine gun fire, severely damaging the nose. At this range, they can't miss. Attack plan results in an effective kill for the rearmost tank, but the 2 lead vehicles acquire a solution with their main cannons. The first round strikes the tail boom and severs the stabilizer. The second round strikes the cockpit, killing the pilot and co-pilot instantly. This engagement resulted in the loss of a nearly fully armed Chicane and 2 pilots at the cost of 1 recon truck and a single enemy tank. This is well below the engagement potential available and did not result in a tactically significant gain for allies. The Chicane is not a good choice for urban engagement at low altitudes. This environment forces mutual direct engagement that results in a fair fight, where reflexes and snap positioning make too much difference on the outcome. Fair fights are not sought on the battlefield. They are too easy to lose. The Chicane should be attacking from behind the mountains or along the edges of the urban sprawl when higher altitudes are not available. Assessment of this encounter is a failure. Due to overextension and pilot error, I was placed at a severe tactical disadvantage, resulting in loss of aircraft and crew, with minimal damage to enemy assets. Thanks for listening to what I hope to be the first of an ongoing series of combat encounter overviews. If you made it this far, you probably liked the video. Be sure to show it with a click in the right place, and I'll catch you all later.